Let me be your healer.
So this is the lowest tech exercise I could do, but it still hurts. Ooh. I spend a lot of our time, my time, everyone's time, wrestling with technology, which I think, you know, someone in every family's got to be the IT person nowadays, and it's me. I got a cheapo new Fitbit. It's a Mi Band version 3, and I mostly got it because it was very cheap. It was like 100 kwai. And I've been curious. I have an app, and I like it. I like being able to figure stuff out, and I like being able to make stuff work. I have an app that I downloaded that can use heart rate data to tell you if you're effectively exercising, which of course I'm not using now. I'm just using the community bar to hang. But it's supposed to be very good exercise. I also like if it's a jigsaw puzzle and I can make that work. So if it's not, it's more the problem solving than the technology, I think. And something that I've pledged is to stop buying cheap garbage gadgets. I'll tell you all about that. Because we have bought a lot of stuff.
他是你爸爸是不是？
他是我老公。
啊？
他是老公。
哦。
这比我大10年。
哦。比你大10岁。
他是50岁，我是40岁。
哦。
Did you catch that?
他哪个我说是你爸爸。我经常看见，以前我经常看见你在公园里锻炼啊。我以为你找的是我们中国的。你们喜欢在这里定居啊？
啊，对。
好。可以。我们这个地方安全。
啊，对。
随便什么时候出去玩，白天黑夜都不危险。
啊。
好的。对不起啊，
没事没事。She thought you were my dad. Our whole operation is stuck together with duct tape and string, like the Millennium Falcon. And I'll be that Han Solo. I'm proud because it costs a lot of money to have all the best stuff. Like, we had a friend tell us, we were asking how he streams stuff from his computer to his TV, and he's like, oh yeah, I just set up my own server. And we looked into the equipment he was talking about, and it's like thousands of dollars for a little machine that for us would store movies and TV, so we can watch it on a different screen than the one it's attached to. So instead I bought a little Raspberry Pi for like $30, and we made that work. And that's how we approach a lot of problems. Sometimes it is worth it, you find, to spend the bigger bucks. I bought a new printer recently that works like a dream, and it turns out working like a dream is exactly what I want from a printer. Nothing else. But on the other hand, we have a Ubuntu computer that runs on Linux because that's way cheaper, and also I support open source. Oh, I didn't write down any of these times. The high-tech solution and the low-tech solution are not marrying very well. Oh, but I decided to stop buying crap gadgets. This is hard. I mean, maybe it's I like to do things the hard way, but I also like to be aware of the technology that's enmeshing in our life. And the goal of a lot of this stuff is to be seamlessly enmeshed in your life to the point where, like, I struggle with getting a new email address now because the one I've had for 20 years And that's not even like pernicious. That's just, you know, it's about as hard as changing your phone number. You just have to do it and tell people and keep using it. Like my pen. All I need is a simple pen and a notebook. I bought not a cheapo cell phone, but a cheaper cell phone. And then we bought like, oh, we'll get this cheapy microphone to plug in. And then like my cell phone does some noise canceling that when you plug in the microphone, it also does some kind of noise canceling. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't work like it should, and it's annoying. But something more complicated, like my new heart rate tracker, which I bought the cheapest one. If someone this is I find so creepy. I'm getting ads in my morning yoga videos when I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to be advertised to when you just wake up, because that's, I don't know, I'm especially susceptible. But because it's a yoga video, it's all this wellness crap that they're advertising to me, including Apple will monitor your sleep and tell you how you're doing. And this app does it too. It's just Xiaomi does it, a Chinese company. And then I'm getting good grades on my sleep so far. I just bought a new printer. And I've had so many fights with our old printer. One that resulted in me calling a therapist because I got so angry, and I was like, I shouldn't be so angry at an inanimate object. And it turns out our new printer is fantastic. Ni hao. And I do like getting good grades. I like when a machine can tell me I'm doing well. But that's also creepy. Like, I don't want to get enmeshed to the point where Xiaomi or whatever company I've signed up with is like babysitting my sleep. So just, in some respect, the amount of friction I introduce into our lives by buying cheap stuff or buying open source, or not buying, open source is often free, but supporting open source software, maybe it's not the nicest user interface, but it also like lets me interact with technology as technology rather than pretending it's my helpful butler. Our new printer's fantastic because I paid for like functionality rather than the cheapest thing you could get. Don't worry about who's pulling the strings of the butler and what they're doing with what the butler's telling them. I mean, I guess your butler always was kind of gossiping about you, but not to a multi-million-dollar company. I mean, some of it's necessary to get the cheapest you can get because we don't have so much money. So if it's between not buying anything or buying the cheapest thing, sometimes it makes sense to make that choice because I want to do things. You're supposed to do this with your feet off the ground, but I can't. I was trying to be tough in front of the camera and I ripped up my hands.